You can come in. Have a seat. Hey. Yeah, my office hours are still open right now. Although, I gotta say, I'm a little surprised to see you here. I didn't think you cared much about my class, to be honest. I say that because I noticed you asleep in the back row. Maybe once or twice or a few times. Don't worry at all. I'm not offended. I have learned to pick my battles. How can I help you today? Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that you do care. Let's see. You're in the afternoon class, right? I remember you are enrolled as a pass, no pass. And if it makes you feel better, you are luckily still passing the class. So, was there something that I could help you with specifically? No, my door is always open for anything I want to help. I feel like that's just the right thing to do as my job as your educator. What's going on? Is everything okay? Sure. Well, I am so honored that you would trust me to be the one to talk to. That makes a lot of sense why you're so tired all the time. How many courses are you taking this semester? It's a full load. And you're working how many hours on top of that? That is a lot of strain. Have you been getting... Well, I was gonna say, have you been getting any sleep? But maybe not if you're sleeping through classes. Yeah. No, that's a lot. I can totally understand. I think that is very commendable. You're taking on a lot of responsibility, and it's really unfortunate that you're not able to just focus on school. Yeah. No, that's true. The reality is you have to balance so many other things in life, and I came from a similar position where I had to also work and support myself, so I totally get it. Yeah. I know I'm not the school psychiatrist or anything, but I'm happy to help you out in any way that I can. I know it's hard to see your guidance counselor sometimes, and hopefully office hours can be something that's a little bit more accessible for busy schedules, and just talking to someone, anyone that can help you. And I think I can definitely help you if you need me to rush your guidance counselors to you sooner, or I can send out some emails to your, other professors to let you know if, I don't know, if that would be helpful. Have you already tried talking to them? Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you took the initiative to stay in communication with everyone. I'm sure my colleagues would be happy to understand your situation and be a little bit more flexible. It's tough when you're a student and you're also in charge of supporting yourself throughout the whole thing. The great thing about the school that I love is that it's a really great support system too. It's not just the academics, but we really care about the community of our student body, and I hope you can feel that. Yeah. What are you struggling with right now? What else are you taking? So you're excelling. I'm curious, why did you choose to come talk to me instead of your other professors, or you remember that story I told on the first day? You were awake for that, huh? Well, yes, that's true. I do like to share a little bit about myself on the first day of class and, be a little bit more relatable to students. I know our age gap isn't too far, and sometimes it's a little intimidating being the youngest teacher that most of my students are learning from. So I think the best way for me to approach that is to just kind of acknowledge that rather than pretend to be this authority. When really we are almost peers. So I'm glad that story had a positive effect for you and you felt like you could come to me. Yeah, no, I'm glad you came. Tell me more about your job. What are you working on for that this week? And do you think it will interfere with your studying? Well, despite that, you are doing an excellent job passing the class. I feel like the comprehension of the material is not really an issue for you, but maybe more of the logistics of actually turning in assignments or keeping up with deadlines. And that might just be something that is outside of your immediate control right now, given your very intense work schedule. I could help send an email to the bursar's office and see if there's any relief that they can get for you. No, of course not. I know you can handle it. But, sometimes it's not about just handling it. We want you to thrive here. I know that sounds so cheesy. But you should enjoy your college years while you can, and it really hurts me to see that you're juggling so many other things and you can't really focus on yourself. Well, were you able to do any extracurriculars in your freshman year, or join any clubs, or go to any of the school events? Your tuition that you're working so hard to pay for covers all of those things. Well, the school events, at least, you're right. Well, that could be something that I help you with. I could keep you in the loop for all of the events that our school is putting on. It could be a good way for you to relieve some stress, go out, laugh with some friends. It's a good balance to just the monotony of grinding. Yeah. That was a weird thing for a teacher to say, but like I said, we're not too far apart in years. I'm sure I could tell you a little bit about that. Well, I really enjoy school in general. I know that's a really lame thing to say, but there's just something about it that feels so safe for me, and I'm sure many others. I really like that it's just the center of the most academic minded people, and you get to be almost like connected to all of these resources, and you're in this special environment of society where you get to engage with different generations, all with the same purpose and passion for educating and learning, and knowledge is just something that was really liberating for me. Growing up, I also felt like I had to support myself a lot and make a lot of decisions that might have been above my pay grade at the time. And being able to do research and gain knowledge was life-changing. It was how I equipped myself. It was my armor, my tool belts, my weapons, whatever you want to call it, whatever metaphor you want to use. It just felt so empowering to be able to teach myself and to learn from others who knew more than me. And it felt like the guidance that I was kind of missing so much, having to support myself. So I really wanted to give back to that, which is why I'm here now teaching. And I wonder if that might resonate with you at all. Do you think you feel the same way? Or yeah. Well, with your course load, I can tell you do really like your academic career. Yeah, there are aids and grants to help, but it is hard. I hope you know that you're not alone in this, and my office hours will always be here to hear you out. Even if you just need some company, I'm here. We are here at your disposal, so please use us, use me. Do you think that your classmates have been supportive of you? You don't get to talk to them much. Yeah, no, that makes sense if you're always rushing off to make it to your shift at work. What are you majoring in? That's very cool. I'd love to see some of your work. Maybe you have been working too hard and not really giving yourself any reward. I know it's tough because college is definitely a delayed gratification kind of goal to set for yourself, which is why I'm sure the student body enjoys its parties and sports events and whatever else that you guys are doing these days. Are you rewarding yourself enough, do you think? You do such a good job at school and at work, but is anyone telling you that you're doing a good job? You do deserve to hear it. I know it might seem cheesy and, in the grand scheme of things, not that important, but I think that it does wear down on you, on the daily mental, when you don't hear that kind of positive affirmation that you're doing an amazing job, or that someone is proud of you. You did your best today, and that was really all you needed to do. I think those kinds of things really make a change, even if you can't really feel it right away. I might be wrong, but I do feel like at the very least you notice the absence of those things. Well, you're doing a really good job. Let me help you that way then. Let me tell you that you're doing an amazing job. I see the person you're trying to be, and it is very impressive. And it's very much enough. And I am so excited to see all of this pay off for you. I know it will. And I hope you get to do something fun. You should schedule that into your schedule. That was an academic sentence. What do you like to do? That's a good answer. Okay. Do you think there's a way you could do that for like 5 minutes this week? Just 5 minutes of adjacent to that, or reading a new story about it, or any way you can get close to something that makes you happy. I think it would help. But maybe I'm not trained to give you that kind of advice. Okay, good. I'm glad that you'll make this commitment, and I hope to hear updates about how it's going. I'm invested now, and I want you to know that your school cares about you as much as you care about school. Yeah. Did it help when I praised you? Well, you can come back to my office hours next week too then, and I'll be happy to tell you how good you're doing. I'm so happy to help. So hopefully these stable office hours can be a nice checkpoint for you. Like I said, the school is such a blessing to work for because of its emphasis on community. So don't ever feel like you are really alone in this. I'm sure all of my colleagues feel exactly the same way and just as passionate to ensure that you succeed here. It's really hard for me to see that you are so down on yourself. You're so not what I was expecting. From the outside, it kind of seems like you have it pretty together. You're confident enough to sleep in my class. It doesn't really seem like you're worried at all. I really appreciate you opening up to me today. I'm happy that I got to know you more, and I'm glad that we connected like this. To be quite honest, it's a little beneficial for me too, and refreshing to chat with someone who isn't several generations older than me. I think I have had my fair share of a weird experience being the youngest teacher, so I'm happy and validated to know that I can be a person of support for you and fulfilling my duties as someone that my students can trust. That means a lot to me too. Well, keep me updated on how everything is going, and I will be giving you that extra credit assignment to do something fun and good for yourself, even if it's just for 5 minutes. I fully expect to hear back on how it's going, and I fully expect to tell you good job. Sure, you can come by anytime. You know where I'll be, and I'm happy to chat. I really enjoyed this. You're sweet. I'm happy I can bring you any kind of relief. And whenever you are feeling overstressed or overworked, just come and see me, okay? Hey, before you go, I was wondering if I was able to fully help you out.